Want to build Imaginary March but find her kit very complicated? Well, let me simplify her for you, you f***ing idiot. This is a simplified guide for Imaginary March 7th. To start off, we have her skill, which designates an ally as master, giving them a speed boost of 11%. This designation does not go away, so you actually don't have to use her skill again for a while, making her very skill point friendly. The thing about her skill, though, is that it actually functions differently depending on who you use it on. If used on a hunt, erudition, or destruction unit, March gets a damage increase equal to 22% of her attack. If used on a harmony, abundance, nihility, or preservation unit, her next attack will see a 100% increase to toughness reduction. Using the skill depends on what you're trying to go for. Going for double DPS or copium hypercarry? Use her skill on the first group. Trying to play into the super break meta? Use her skill on the second group. For her talent, when March or her master attacks, March gains a charge up to 10 stacks, but if the stacks reach 7, she immediately takes action, gets her basic attack enhanced, and the overall damage she deals increases by 80%. Now for her enhanced basic attack, it deals 3 hits with a 60% chance of dealing up to 3 more hits. Important to know, the enhanced basic does not regenerate energy or skill points. The final piece to her kit is the ultimate, which attacks a single enemy, increases hits per action of her enhanced basic by 2, and increases the chance of extra hits by 20 more %. In a nutshell, use her ultimate to buff her. Her main mode of DPS is her enhanced basic, not her ult. Next we have her traces. Trace 1 advances her action forward by 25% at the start of the battle. Trace 2 increases the master's crit damage by 60% and break effect by 36% for 2 turns after using March's enhanced basic. And Trace 3 allows March to reduce toughness of the same type as the master's, and if broken, will trigger imaginary break. Moving on to her eidolons, E1 increases March's speed by 10%. E2, in a nutshell, after the master uses basic or skill to hit a target, March launches a follow-up attack. E4 regens 5 energy at the start of her turn, and E6 increases crit damage of the next enhanced basic by 50% after using her ultimate. Now the biggest thing about Imaginary March is her relic and ornament sets. You can honestly build her in a bunch of different ways. You can run sub DPS March or break effect March. It just depends on if you want to run with the meta or have double DPS. I personally don't subscribe to the idea that the super break meta will be around forever, so here's the sub DPS build. For relics, her best set will be the 4-piece musketeer for the increase in damage to her enhanced basic attack, which, if you remember from earlier, is her main mode of DPS. Go for a crit rate body and speed boots. As for the ornaments, Rudolint Arena is best as it boosts her crit rate, which is big especially since her enhanced basic deals multiple hits, each with their own chance to crit. Go for an imaginary damage or attack orb, and an attack rope. When equipping these relics and ornaments, focus on crit rate, speed, and attack. If you're doing a different build for March, like break effect for example, the substat priorities will be different, so keep that in mind. Finally, the best Lycone for the sub DPS build is Topaz's Lycone, Worrisome Blissful. It boosts crit rate and follow-up attacks by a bunch, which is March's main mode of DPS. If you don't have that Lycone, then the 4-star Lycone as Swordplay is your best bet. This stacks damage increases every time you hit the same target, which is exactly what March does with her enhanced basic. With so many ways to build Imaginary March, she might be one of the most fun units to build currently. I just hope that if I spend enough time building her, she'll finally notice me, and I won't have to enjoy brown sugar milk tea alone. Anyway, this has been a simplified guide for Imaginary March 7th. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.